Hi there, this is Vic at Four Seasons. Today I want to talk to you about hardening off and what hardening off is and how it helps your plants. Now first, let's say there's a couple of things that hardening off is not. Hardening off is not just bringing something in at night when it gets too cold. Hardening off is not necessarily just covering up your plants because it's going to freeze. You don't covering them up with frost cloth or sheets or anything like that. Hardening off is a process that takes a little bit of time, and it's very important if you're starting your own plants in your house or a greenhouse, or that you purchase from a greenhouse even, before you put them outside and they get used to the real world. So what do you have to do? If you put them outside at one time and just put them out in the sun, it's possible that your plants will die from either sunburn, or if it's windy, windburn. Windburn can actually be just as devastating as sunburn. So you have to put them out when you first start out, putting them out in the shade, a little bit when it's warm outside, and remembering to bring them back in before it gets cold at night. And you have to do the shade thing for 3 or 4 days before you start to give them a little bit more sun. And so it's a matter of putting them out and bringing them in, and putting them out and bringing them in. And the reason you do that is because you toughen up the cuticle, which is the plant itself. It's toughened up. If it gets hardened off by having enough sun and having enough exposure to wind and the real elements, then that hardens it off, so that's able to be tough enough to go outside and live and do well. Hardening off is a matter of just taking your plants outside. Usually takes about a week or maybe 10 days to harden them off. Where you put them at night really doesn't make any difference. When you bring them back in, you can put them in your garage, you can put them back in your greenhouse, you can put them in, just in a room. All that matters is that you get them back outside so they can get used to the sun and they can get used to the wind and even the cool temperatures. You can't take a tomato or a pepper and put it from a nice warm house and put it outside where it's going to go down to 35 or 40 degrees and expect it to be happy, because it won't. And it doesn't mean it'll kill it. It'll just stress it enough that it just takes forever to get it going. So there's lots of things like that you need to be aware of when you're hardening off something. If you have any questions about hardening off, please give us a call or stop in, and we'll be glad to either show you or help you understand how to do it. Thank you very much.